welcome back to ERGgamin. Today I'm going to be taking the children that I made in a previous video that I mixed Tails' genetics with, and I'm going to turn them into adults. Now this was Tails and Styx' kid, and I feel like I end up changing her lips because I don't feel like either one of them had that big of lips, but then I aged all the kids up and I'm assuming it must have come from Tails because they all had the same lips. But I ended up making hers a little bit smaller. I love that. That's like one of my favorite hairs in the game. I think it's so cute. And no, I don't have any custom content, so it's not like I could give her any hair like that. I ended up going through the makeup. That was way too dark. I ended up really liking this because I could barely tell it was on. And then I went to do eyeliner, and I feel like the eyeshadow I gave her was kind of like eyeliner in some weird way. I ended up going through all these, like, as you can see, I'm going through the blushes. A lot of them were very pigmented on her skin. She has very fair skin, like, probably like her dad. And then, I removed it when I was asleep because, you don't need to wear makeup to bed. Now, if you noticed, yes, she is a werewolf. Her mom's a werewolf in our game. So, I do end up editing her werewolf form, too. But I was going through, I really think that outfit is super duper cute, that shirt right there. I think it's adorable. I was going through these different jeans, and I liked those ones because they were blue, but they're also like not like super dark or very teal. They're kind of just like a nice blue. And I really liked these sneakers. I think that they're really cute, the ones that come with the werewolf pack. And she's a werewolf, so it's kind of like right on brand. Now this is Leanne Prower. So I think at this point I got distracted. So it's gonna take a second. But I really like these shoes, and I think that they're really cute, and they come in a lot of fun colors. You can see. But I was going through and I noticed that these ones were really cute and had this little like writing and drawing on them, and I think that was adorable, so I like those ones. So this would be her formal outfit, and I think that it's pretty cute, but I ended up changing it to just be a little bit more like a mix between her mom and her dad, because her mom's very not formal at all. And I mean, I wouldn't say Tails is like super duper formal, but I also wouldn't say he's super duper not formal either. So I gave her kind of like this cute little dress, and I wanted to add some bracelets to her. So I ended up doing them in, I ended up keeping them in red because I feel like red is brown could also kind of be like her mom, and it also kind of matches the dress. And then I gave her yellow on the other side because her dad's yellow. And these are necklaces, can you tell? So I was going through and I wanted to give her the little moon one because she is a werewolf. So there's little hints sprinkled in that she's a werewolf. I mean, if her Halloween every 2 seconds didn't tell you enough. And I thought that top is pretty cute, and I feel like it's very much her mom's style. Her mom wore a lot of, if you've ever seen Styx from Sonic Boom, she wears like these little shirt tops and shirt skirts. So I gave her it's not like a super short top. I just gave her the little top that has a little bit of outlines, like stops. It's not like a full crop top, I guess is my point. I ended up giving her this really cute little yellow outfit, and then I did end up removing the necklace, but I did transfer it over to her party outfit because I thought that it was a really cute necklace. I just don't feel like why would you just put a necklace on randomly to sleep? Didn't really make sense. And then I was like, what is this? This is a cold weather outfit. Why are you wearing it to a party? And I ended up giving her this really, really cute little sweater dress because it's adorable. Look at it. I love that dress. I think it looks really cute. I ended up giving her boots, and then I think I gave her like the same leggings I gave her no, I did, do I not? I think I might have giving her the same leggings I gave her before, but I can't find them all the time. I don't notice which ones they are. So I ended up giving her these leggings, which I also gave her for formal wear because they remind me of tights. And I think that a lot of times you wear tights under dresses. So I ended up giving her that little cute outfit. I ended up liking this and keeping it as a secondary option, but I also had an idea in mind, which I ended up having to cross out hot weather for, because once I was making the sim and she randomized in this outfit, and it just makes me feel like Tails' daughter would wear that outfit right there, everything about it. And then this was her cold weather wear, and I just kept it. So now I was wondering if I randomized traits, would it get rid of Geek? And it did. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just pick it myself, because Geek was her first trait. So I was going to give her Genius, but then I was like, I'll give her Geek first to make sure everything's in order. And then I gave her Genius. And then I was going through and I gave her Love the Outdoors, because I feel like her mom was very outdoorsy. And I also gave her the Computer Whiz Aspiration. This is her werewolf form. It looks like your normal werewolf in the Sims game. They kind of all look similar to this. There's not like a ton of options for werewolves, but there's also a lot at the same time. So I ended up changing her little fuzz on her chin, and I don't know if that changed anything in her actual character, but I wanted this werewolf to look like Tails. And I did that, but then I was like, that's way too much yellow. And then I was like, that's too brown if I give her something from her mom. So I ended up going with this lighter color over there, and I made that kind of more of a primary color and some yellow hints to it. And then I wanted to see if I could change her nails to be yellow too, because it would match the rest of her body. But then it was these werewolf nails that you couldn't take off, or you're not supposed to take off, I guess. But I ended up going through these swatches. They weren't good yellow ones, but then these ones had some great yellow ones. And I went to her toenail claws, and you could paint those for some reason, and I gave her those yellow ones too. So that's what Leanne Prower looks like as a werewolf. Now I went on to Liani. I don't know how her name is pronounced. And if you notice, yes, I did keep them as children on one side just so that I could look back at it. And this is her as a young adult. She already had the bookworm trait, and now she is Fiona and Tails' daughter. That's who I mixed her genetics with. So I gave her outgoing, and I also gave her jealous, because I feel like I had to give her, her mom was not the nicest person at all. So I had to give her one trait that was bad, and I ended up giving her a knowledge one, a knowledge aspiration as well, because that was her childhood aspiration. And I just ended up taking all this off of her because I did not like it, I guess would be the right word. I didn't like it very much. And I let her keep her really big lips, because her mom definitely had big lips when I was messing around with her. I did notice that. So I was like, okay, I'll keep these. And I liked that hair. I think it's really cute. I like the curls, and I like it. And I wanted to give her this darker makeup, kind of like her mom would have wore. So I ended up giving her that because it was calm, kind of it wasn't super out there, but it also was out there as well. But it's not super dark or super bright colored. It's more neutral, but it is a lot of eyeshadow. And then it was time for lips, and I really wanted to give her a darker lip, and I ended up going for that because it's dark, but it's also, again, it doesn't stand out super much, and obviously I removed it for sleep time. Now I love that top. I just wanted to change it to the default color because I feel like she turned out very much like her mom's type of style, I feel like. Just from what she randomized in, I could tell. I mean, look at that. And then she had this little black outfit, and I gave her some red shoes with it. If you don't know, Sonic and Tails wear red shoes all the time. If you've never played a Sonic game, they are always wearing these little red sneakers. And they're bright red. And and Fiona is also very red, so I feel like red was a good color. But I gave her that outfit that's very much like her dad for sleep. Now we're into party outfit. And I was looking at these jeans, I gave her those ones, and I was like, okay, I like the way the top tucks in. I'll give her the top in yellow. And then I liked those boots, and I was looking around at all the colors. And I feel like they all kind of stood out a lot and didn't really match the outfit, but I liked them, so I kept them in their original color. And then it was time for her swimwear, and I wanted to, I think do I just end up giving her purple? I think I might. No, I don't. I gave her yellow. Oh yeah, I gave her yellow at the top, and then I gave her red at the bottom to kind of combine both of her parents together. And then I liked that top, and I gave it this cute little like almost like schoolgirl type skirt. And then it was cold weather, and as you can see, she put on a lot of accessories for some reason. And this was me going through those boots and finding those because those are absolutely adorable. And I did not know we had those until like that moment. Until I was making her, I didn't realize that. So this is me trying to figure out what I'm going to do and if I'm going to remove her sunglasses and nose piercing or not. But I ended up looking at that yellow coat, and I thought that that was really, really cute. And I was looking at all these jeans, and I feel like that would kind of be uncomfortable to have your jeans tucked into your boots. So I was looking at these more wide-legged jeans that would go over her boots. And I ended up giving her that kind of like almost burgundy red type boots, and then pants, and then I gave her different boots. Now this is Alex Seed, if you can't tell by her last name. C is Cosmo and Tails' daughter. Now her last name should be, is it like Cedarin? I don't know how you pronounce Cosmo's last name, but it's like S-E-E-D, and then it's either R-I-A-N or something like that. I'm not positive. And I gave her the bookworm and the good trait because I feel like both Cosmo and Tails are very, very good. And this is me just looking to see what she would look like with green hair because children don't have the ability to have unnatural hair colors in The Sims 4. Now they could in The Sims 3, you could give you, because of the color wheel, obviously, you can give her whatever. And I will say, C is my favorite. I give her some really cute outfits, and she's my favorite out of all of them. I give her this really cute little green. Green is my favorite color. I feel like I've said that before, so that definitely helped. But I think she's so cute. So I got rid of her glasses because I don't like it when they just randomly appear with glasses. Like, if they, like, generate with glasses, that's one thing. But for them to just randomly have it, like, oh, yeah, I wear it in formal, and I wear it when I run, but I don't wear it any other time. It feels weird. I don't know. And I love that dress. That's, like, my favorite dress of all time. That's such a Cosmo color that I had to do it. And I gave her those little pearls. And I also, I was going through to see what I could give her on the other side, and I gave her that little green, those little green bracelets, and they're so cute. And I was like, I was thinking about makeup for formal because I didn't give her makeup every day. For some reason, I just feel like Tails and Cosmo would be the biggest, like, they would always be, what's the right word? I can't think of it. I don't know. But, like, I feel like they would, like, their child would never, ever, like, ever doubt themselves or second guess themselves because they would always be telling them how amazing. I don't know what the right word for that is. I mean, obviously I feel like that's just Tails in general too. I feel like that's just how he would be. So, but I feel like she's just so cute, and I feel like she's more what, I was trying to figure out the difference between those two because I was looking at it on her neck, not in the little swatch and obviously the color changes of the little gem or amulet, whatever you want to call it. The gem color changes. So I was like, oh, that's all it's doing. So this was me trying to find a cute little top for her. I ended up going with the yellow, and I really liked those jeans. I thought that they were really cute, and I feel like, again, it's like her dad and her mom. And I ended up giving her, I feel like I've given everybody bunny slippers. I'm not going to lie. I think they're cute too. I gave her this bright green top because I wanted to, and then I gave her these yellow pants because why not? It's sleep. No, you're sleeping. It doesn't really matter what you wear. And I was looking at those jeans, and I thought that they were like a really cute color of jeans, but then I couldn't find like a top that I liked with it for party, so I ended up going with this like jean skirt type outfit with some boots and that like, I feel like it's supposed to almost be clovers, but I can't. It's not really whatever. And I really, really, really wanted to give her dark green lipstick. I really did. If you notice, back during formal, I tried to give it to her there, but it didn't look right. And I feel like I don't do it again because it doesn't match the outfit. It also doesn't match her, if that makes sense. I think I end up making it like brighter or something. Yeah, I end up turning up the brightness to be more of a not as dark as it was. And I also was like, okay, well now I can actually see her, so let me give her a necklace because why not? I feel like they're really cute, and I was like, oh, they have these cute little green hoop earrings. So I mean, they're not little, they're big hoops. But I ended up giving those to her. I thought that was a fine swim outfit. And now we're into her hot weather outfit. And I was going through all of these little swatches, and I really, really like that top. I think it's adorable. And I was like, these jeans go with it. Perfect. And then I gave her these little tan wedges, wedge sandal type things. And I was looking at this outfit, and it's already pretty much like that's a fine outfit, but I wanted to give her something that was more like her mom in with the outfit too, but so I gave her these kind of like greenish jeans, and I think that those jeans are really cute, and those were the shoes. I gave her green shoes. Alex Seed is my favorite out of all of them. She's my favorite. I love her. I think she's the cutest. So just to recap, this is Leanne Prower, which would be Tails and Six's daughter. This is Tails and Fiona's daughter, and then this is Tails and Cosmo's daughter.
Thanks for watching!